Prime Minister Modi is set to begin a two-day-long meditation at the Vivekananda Rock Memorial in Kanyakumari, Tamil Nadu, where the Prime Minister is expected to arrive shortly. Located about 500 meters off the mainland of Vavaturai, the Vivekananda Rock Memorial was built in 1970 in honor of Swami Vivekananda, who is said to have attained enlightenment on this particular rock, something that the Prime Minister is hoping to attain electorally, if not personally. Over the next half an hour, we will be looking at this iconic venue of enlightenment, its history and significance. Joining us on the show to talk more about this is Mr. Utpal Kaul, who is a historian. Advocate Chandni Preeti Shah, political analyst, also joins us on the show. Ratan Sharda, author and columnist, also with us on the program. Mr. Kaul, I'll begin with you. Well, the Prime Minister is, of course, very keen, very, astute when it comes to making these choices. Mr. Ratan Sharda is also with us on the show. Mr. Sharda, I'll begin with you. Mr. Kaul is yet to join. The Prime Minister, of course, has chosen a spot which not historically defined what great men have done in the past in order to achieve a particular end, but it also culminates a number of things, which the Hindus consider very, very pious.
Well, I think it's not just question of Hindus finding Vivekananda Rock Memorial very pious. It is entire India that finds the Rock Memorial very, very inspiring, because Swami Vivekananda attained the path forward from Bharat Mata, sitting there for 48 hours, non-moving in that particular rock. He actually swam to the rock. And this spot was not really of much importance till RSS supporting people decided something needs to be built there in the Hindu society there. RSS came into picture later because they couldn't take it forward. Then they came to RSS and then it took up forward, and Eknath Ranade, the then General Secretary of RSS, took up the responsibility, and all his life is served there. I have gone there, and I think you might have also gone there. It's a very serene place. It's a place where Vivekananda's stamp is all over. It's not a grand place. It is a place which gels with the nature. And when you see three seas coming together in that particular spot, and you see the great horizon of the three seas, you feel very calm, you feel very inspired. And a Prime Minister who has worked ceaselessly for years together. Last meditation was in Kedarnath, and after so many days of hectic electioneering, he wants to take a break there, and he'll refresh. I think he has every right to do that. And it's a place which everybody should visit. And I fear that, or rather I wonder whether after Modi ji goes there, you'll find 4x increase in the tourism in that particular place. And there is also Kanyakumari temple at the coast, which again has got huge relevance for the Tamil society and also for the Hindus there. So it's a very a great place to be. And as I said, you fall into trance there. And I think Modi ji has chosen the place very wisely. And he needs that break. I think nobody have worked so hard. Some people go to clubs, some people go to Thailand, and he chooses to just be by himself. And that's the greatness of the man.
Right. And Chandni, Swami Vivekananda, in fact, meditated at the same spot before he went to Chicago for the World Religious Conference in Chicago in 1893. From that context, also, this memorial stands as a beacon of our spiritual heritage.
Very true. Vineet, as you said, he also attained his, it's believed that he also attained his enlightenment at the Rock Memorial at this same very place. So, if Narendra Modi is choosing to go to this place for meditation, it is because it actually holds, significant spiritual and symbolic weight, not for only him, but also for us as Indians. It should have that kind of significance. And as a prominent Hindu leader, his visit to this memorial, where, as I said, Swami Vivekananda is believed to have attained enlightenment, I guess it underscores the importance of spirituality that he has as his vision for India. And this event, I guess we could also see it his way to connect with the country's spiritual heritage and to promote a sense of national unity through shared spiritual values. And a very interesting fact In 2019, he went to the Rudra cave of Kedarnath, and it's very astonishing that before 2019, this cave was only booked once. It had never been booked before. But after his visit, the tourism of this cave saw a significant surge, going through the COVID wave and all. But yet, it went to 78 bookings after his visit. So I guess, he also did the same with Lakshadweep. I mean, the tourism of Lakshadweep has boomed after his visit. So his way of visiting is not, I think, only just because of his spiritual and mental well-being, but he also sees it, if we see it on a broader scale, it is also going to boost the tourism on a very larger scale.
Right, and Mr. Utpal Kaul also joins us on the broadcast. Mr. Kaul, I hope you can hear me. Thank you for speaking with us. Mr. Kaul?
Yes.
Well, we were talking about the Prime Minister's visit. This is, of course, a special visit. And before you joined, Mr. Sharda made a very important point that when the Prime Minister is to face a big day, unlike most people, he does not get away to enterprising venues, but he takes out, his spiritual quotient and visits a site which is replete with Indian cultural heritage. What does this mean to you? And what does this site also represent in the final stages of the Lok Sabha elections?
You see, let me tell everybody that Narendra Modi basically is a spiritual person. As a private person, he really wanted to be a sannyasi. And so he has gone to Ramakrishna Mission also, and he considers Swami Vivekananda as his guru. So it's a meaningful, and I am so happy that Narendra Modi ji is going for meditation. And let me tell you also that hundreds and millions of people have gone for last 50 years, 55 years to this mandapam inside Rock Memorial in Kanyakumari. Kanyakumari is a very, very important place, what we call as Ras Kumari. We have it's a big spiritual place because of the goddess Kanyakumari is the temple there. But at the same time, it is the tip of Indian Ocean, and 3 oceans meet there. Bay of Bengal, Indian Ocean, and Arabian Sea. So 3 oceans meet there, and nearby is the rock, what we call as the Rock Memorial. And before going to Chicago, Swami Vivekananda decided that he will go, and he went on this rock and he meditated there. And the world knows after that how the whole Hinduism, how the Indian ethos was understood in Chicago when he said, "My brothers and sisters." So it's a great message from Sanatana Dharma. It's a great message from Indian culture and heritage, how we are people with love, with compassion, with justice. And so Narendra Modi ji is basically Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh Pracharak. He is a lifelong pracharak, and so he is not married. He is like a sadhu. He has no house, no car. He is a Prime Minister of India, but at home is like a sadhu. It was the great vision of RSS, and so they gave the responsibility to one of the greatest stalwarts of Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, Eknath Ranade. And I am so fortunate that I have worked for some time with Eknath Ranade when I was in college, because it is Vivekananda Rock Memorial is not only in Kanyakumari. It is there. But they have the branches all over India, right from Kashmir to whole of India. So Eknathji did the great job, and I remember that this was an appeal from Eknathji Rana day that every family should give 1 rupee. And all states were requested to give 1 lakh rupee to build this temple. And so this temple was brought, Rock Memorial was brought, with huge statue of Swami Vivekananda and temple. And the most important is the mandapam, that is the meditation. Whosoever goes to Rock Memorial, he sits for some hours, for some minutes, and some can spend days there for meditation. And it is, people remember this place for meditation. So I am very happy, and it gives a great message to all over the world. And it is for Modi ji himself, he will relax, he will think over it, and he will go from outside to inside. And but opposition parties, I have seen...
Exactly, that was going to be my next question. In fact, Mr. Chadha, I'll come to you, but let me also rope in Chandni once again. Chandni, what did you make of the opposition party saying that the Prime Minister meditating for 2 days at the Vivekananda Memorial is a violation of the Model Code of Conduct, that, you know, anything that the Prime Minister does seems to be a violation to them?
It is so evident that, you know, they have nothing to do, they have nothing to say. So this is how they resort to. How is the Prime Minister?
So this is exactly what they said, that meditation is being used for political purposes. I have never seen these two words in one sentence.
They have a problem with everything that is symbolic to our culture, to you know, our faith, whether it be yoga, whether it be meditation, whether it be building of temples, whether it be, you know, anything. The theatrics, they say that, you know, Narendra Modi resorts to theatrics, whereas the only theatrics that has been conducted in the entire election is by the opposition. All right. So them giving out these statements should not even now be shocking or surprising for any of us who's listening to them, because you know, their last resort is to only push the kind of propaganda that they have against the culture of this country and against the beliefs of the, you know, majority of the citizens of this country. So, as I said, there is no violation if the Prime Minister goes to meditate, because any which ways, you know, the limitation is already over. So I guess there is no violation. I also heard senior counsel Dr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi giving such kind of statements, and it is actually very.
Let's not forget Mamata Banerjee also, Chandni.
Yes.
She wants this investigated.
The entire Congress and the entire INDI alliance is speaking the same language. So, you know, when I speak about the opposition, they all come in one bucket. But from you know, from the point of view of a legal perspective, it's shameful for me to, you know, to see Mr. Singhvi giving out such statements that it's a violation of the Model Code of Conduct, because it is not. There is no prachar of elections, or he's going to stay silent. You know, he's going to stay in a silent mode for 24 hours. He's not going to say a word. How is that even going to be, you know...
Well, they're saying the presence of cameras and the media attention is a violation.
I guess, you know, that is the perks and cons of being politicians and being actors.
Absolutely.
Or, you know, in the entertainment industry or in the political field. Wherever you go, the paparazzi is going to follow you. The press is going to follow you.
Absolutely.
It's like,
let me get a take from Mr. Shada on this as well. Mr. Shada, what do you make of this? You know, especially when it comes to the election and the Prime Minister's timing to go for this tapasya, it's absolutely a personal decision, and he happens to be the Prime Minister.
See, before I get into this petty politics, I would like to read out a very inspiring passage after his meditation on the rocks there in Kanyakumari. He writes to Swami Ramakrishnanand in 1894, sorry, at Kate Comorin, sitting in the Mother Kumari's temple, sitting on the last bit of Indian rock, I hit upon a plan. We are so many sannyasis wandering about and teaching the people metaphysics. It is all madness. Did not our Gurudevs used to say, an empty stomach is no good for religion? That those poor people who are leading the life of brutes is simply due to ignorance. We have, for all the ages, sucking their blood and trampling them underfoot. So this is the this is the kind of vision he got when he was there on the Vivekananda, what we call is today Vivekananda Rock Memorial, and this is the very vision that Modi ji has. He had said, he was laughed at when he said "Pehle शौचालय फिर देवालय," and that is what he exactly did. He first made people have poor people have dignified life with toilets, with the homes, with all the facilities that they need, so they have dignity in life before they move on to something more. That is what he did. I think this inspiring message of Vivekananda definitely Modi ji must have read. As far as this quibbling is concerned, I think it's very childish. On one side, it's very childish. On the other, it's very vicious. Childish because if Modi ji stays quiet, तो दिक्कत है, बोले तो दिक्कत है. Tomorrow, imagine Modi ji has hosted a party, let us say, without any party banner at his home or in some Delhi's golf club, where there won't be cameras. And then what happens? That's also a problem. But he's not going to go overseas to enjoy his holiday because it's not made for that. There are people who will go there and have a wonderful time. You think cameras will be there for 3 days or 1 day looking at Modi ji? No, it's just entry point. And he knows where he has to stop people. It's their problem. Vicious because anything which is, see, Modi is not the problem. Problem is his Hindutva. Problem is his love for his culture, his nation, and unapologetic, being a Hindu, liberal, working for all. So problem lies with Modi ji's belief system, faith system, not Modi per se. So whatever Modi does, whatever promotes Indian civilization, Hindu civilization, or say Bharati civilization, our spirituality is a problem because they're backed by the forces who want India to leave its identity. They won't go back to the 47s when we were never sure what our identity was. We are the unfortunate nation where after 75 years, people are still saying, were we a nation or it was built by British and Nehru? Or we were a nation for 10,000 years, we are a civilization for which we are very proud of. All these messages, when they are conveyed through Modi ji in various ways, in subtle spiritual ways, these people have heart attacks. So that's the underlying message.
Mr. Kaul, what do you make of this petty politics? Obviously, the Prime Minister has, his own discretion. He has his own asta, if we can name it that, when it comes to, being a staunch Hindu. But the fact of the matter is that it's being shred apart by the opposition and being demeaned. Isn't that an irony that the opposition has fallen to such a low level, such a low discourse, that even a person's choice of meditating at a particular spot or a particular time of the year or whatever time it may be, it is the end of the Lok Sabha elections, is being questioned?
Vinitji, let me tell you that opposition has already missed the bus. They are seeing writing on the wall, and so घबराए हुए हैं, and so they just it's a lame excuse. I don't think there is wherever Modi ji will go, cameras will follow. He is Prime Minister of India, and he is going to be the third term Prime Minister of India, and he is the world leader. If there is some leader at this point of time in the whole of world, it is Narendra Damodar Modi. So you will say that he will go to Kanyakumari, he will meditate, and then cameras will follow. It's a childish. It is, I agree with Ratan Shardaji, it's not only child, it's vicious also. It is, this trend is dangerous, or this is hatred for Hinduism, it is hatred for Sanatan Dharma, because opposition, they had even problem with Modi ji when he said about who will make COVID vaccine. They had problem with vaccine also. They had problem with Ram Janambhoomi also. And all those leaders, they were given invitation for inauguration of the temple. They didn't come there. And so they have problem with each and every progressive step which Modi ji did. And it is unbelievable to give free food for 80 crore people for 10 to 15 years. Open bank account for more than 400 million people. Is it a joke? So making 10 crore, 100 million toilets, making 5 crore houses, it was not heard of. And now the insurance for all poor people, they will get 5 lakh insurance. And why it was not done for last 60 years? Why it was not done? So opposition is in a defeatist mentality. So they use this Kanyakumari meditation as a big problem for them. But I think Modi ji will go, he will relax, he will enjoy his meditation and ध्यान मुद्रा में बहुत आनंद लेंगे, ध्यान में बहुत ही आनंद आता है. Through your channel and through you, I want to invite and request Modi ji to come to Amarnath Gufa also in Kashmir. Come to Amarnath Gufa and meditate in Amarnath Gufa. That will give the peace and prosperity to whole of nation. Amarnath is Amarnath. So please come to Amarnath in Srinagar, in Kashmir. Thank you.
Right. And Chandni, if you have to pick and choose violations of the Model Code of Conduct, there are a number of incidents that come to my mind as well, which can be brought up by the Bharatiya Janata Party as well. But let's not make it about that, right?
It is not to be made about that, but because we are talking about it, meditation is not certainly any violation of the Model Code of Conduct. But I would say, because Mr. Singhvi gave this statement, I would say that his client, him using his old parents to gain sympathy and votes, bringing them out in hot, scorching sunlight, I guess that is a subtle way of violating the Model Code of Conduct. Him using his legal case, speaking about it in his rallies and saying that agar mujhe vote doge to main jail nahi jaunga, that is certainly violation of Model Code of Conduct. But because I think the higher authorities in NDA, BJP does not resort to all these kinds of gimmicks of the opposition, and that is why they are probably being saved again and again. But if we are talking about violation of Code of Conduct, as you said, there have been many violation of Code of Conduct. There have been appeasement, there have been statements, subtle statements, direct statements that have been given. So let's not talk about who has conducted more violations in these elections.
All right, we've almost run out of time. We'll take concluding thoughts from all our panelists. Mr. Sharda, the Prime Minister has done this before as well. And whichever site or whichever place he has gone to visit or, conduct an activity has shot up in terms of its popularity. And this is exactly what India needs.
True, because see, what has happened, in fact, the domestic tourism, because of Modi's stress on pehle Bharat dekho, fir bahar jaye so much. You look at the airlines, you look at the railways, you look at the hotels, everything is full. Rates have shot through the roof and people are moving all over Bharat. North is so much of tourism where nobody went, that the flight rates have gone up to the roof since last 5-6 years. I went there in 2017, already the rates are doubled. And you go to South, you find people moving around, young people, this generation people. Kanyakumari is already a very well-known spot and crores of people visit. It will again pick up. Look at Uttarakhand, they have to stop registration, they have to stop people going there. So this is the spirit that is invoked, that we are one. See, the entire idea of pilgrimage in Bharat was that you realize Bharat is one, that spirit is one. So from Rameshwaram, you take water to Kashi Vishwanath. From Kashi Vishwanath, they bring Ganga water for Rameshwaram. All this cross-cultural pilgrimage was really to strengthen and cement the sense of oneness in Bharat. This beauty of Bharat, 12 Jyotirlingas, 53 Shakti Peeths, and 4 Dhams, Kumbh Melas, all these are the things that brought people together. It was pilgrimage, but also it was tourism. Because that is how you learned about your Bharat, you learned about your country, your culture. And this is again has been invoked by Modi ji to bring that sense of unity and sense of oneness in Bharat.
Mr. Kaul, concluding thoughts?
Believes that culture of Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya was from Kerala, but he went to Kashmir, he went to Kedarnath, and he went to all Himalayan places and Gujarat itself. And so Swami Vivekananda was from Bengal. He went to Kheer Bhavani and meditated in Kheer Bhavani, went to Amarnath, meditated in Amarnath, and then went to Kanyakumari. So this is the concept of Bharat. And for all Bharatis, there is no that he is from Kashmir, he is from Tamil Nadu, he is from Madhya Pradesh. We are one. And that is the separate Narendra Modi ji. Coming to tourism, I was calling Srinagar. There is no room available. I was calling to Leh, Ladakh. All hotels are full. All hotels in Kashmir are full. And now they understand because they know now what Article 370, abrogation of Article 370 means. And so these this National Conference, PDP, Congress, they started Wawela up as such if something bad has been done to Kashmir. And now 50,000 crores for last 5 years were spent on the development on Kashmir. AIMS have come to Kashmir. IIT has come to Kashmir. So people understand what the Bharat means and what the Bharatiya Janata Party means and what the leadership of Narendra Modi and Amit Shah ji means when it comes for development and peace and prosperity. But the opposition, they know they are to get big defeat this time also. So they are talking like a defeatist person will talk, and so they have suffering from complex, and so they will oppose Narendra Modi whether whatever work he will do, whatever they I have not seen a single statement from Rahul Gandhi for these 10 years that he appreciates one project, one thing that government has done. Even we suffered so much during COVID, or what has been done for all poor people, for below poverty people. How the roads, 28 kilometer national highway every day, but these people never appreciate. And they just want to oppose him here in India and then go outside the country and join with the anti-nationals to defame Bharat and defame Bharatiya Janata Party, defame Sanatan Dharma and defame Narendra Modi. But they will not.
Okay, all right. Chandni, concluding thoughts. 30 seconds, please. Chandni? All right. Chandni, you're muted.
I'm sorry. I said Ratanji and Utpalji have already given so many points. So I'll only conclude with 3 points. There is a lot of historical significance, architectural significance, spiritual significance, tourism and economic significance of the Rock Memorial. And the visit of Narendra Modi, his meditation is only going to increase these significances. And there is no violation of model code of conduct if the PM is meditating. That's number 2. The number 3 and the most important point is, I would advise actually all the opposition leaders of the INDI alliance, they should also pick a place to meditate and heal and, find some peace of mind as the Lok Sabha election ends. They are going to need it the most.
All right, good point, Chandni.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.